podcast. I'm Cassie and I'm here today doing another podcast, even though I haven't posted in a while. And here's an update on the microphone. I noticed that my microphone hasn't been working and I've tried a couple of things. It still hasn't decided to work, so I'm going to be ordering a new one so that I can finish my podcasts. Now, we're going to start this podcast. Well, I'm going to talk a bit about myself. I'm Cassie, Cassie. And so I am actually a YouTuber. My account is Cassie Leon, and I really like making videos and being like an inspiration. So I decided that I'm going to start a podcast, and these podcasts are mainly going to be about mental health, just stuff like that. So that's what this podcast is going to be about. So yeah, that's really all. But the first thing we're going to talk about is, I actually was recommended that I start with this subject, but I noticed that, especially like a lot of for middle schoolers, I noticed that mental health is a lot more important than people make it out to be. So people be like, oh, just go to therapy, just get help. Well, it's not exactly that easy. So one of the things that I noticed is very popular within mental health issues is insecurities. Guys, no. We're gonna start off with boys' insecurities. So boys, I know a lot of you guys feel like insecure, like oh, I don't like my hair, but like you don't like saying anything because it kind of makes you sound like a baby. Like you feel like it makes you sound that way, but it really doesn't. Like we want to hear your opinions too. So I don't think that there's a point in feeling insecure because there's nothing to be insecure about. You guys are perfect. And then ladies. I noticed that a lot of middle school, like girls, it's mainly middle school and high school, you're insecure about your face, your hair, or your body. Girl, you are picture perfect. So don't go around feeling like, oh, I'm too this, I'm too that, or I'm not thin enough. Like there's no such thing as thin enough. Or I'm not fit enough. There's no such thing. Like you're trying to reach a goal and like nothing's ever really enough. So I want you guys to know that trying to be perfect is not gonna go well for you because you cannot be perfect. So yeah, come on guys. Stop trying to be something that you cannot be, because the best way to be perfect is to be yourself and be how you already are. And then I'm gonna be talking about like my kind of story, why I decided that my podcast was going to be like based off of mental health. So I am currently a middle school student, and let's just say there was a lot of like bullying that I used to have to go through and stuff. It's like, you don't, like, why? What's the point? Like, that's why I'm so like anti-bullying, because I used to go through that, and honestly it sucks, because just because you have a problem doesn't mean that you need to give somebody else a problem. Or if you're insecure, find something, like get yourself help. Don't make other people feel that way, because it's not gonna make you feel any better. And to people, like, I feel like you don't know what somebody goes home to. So it's like somebody can go home and they might be like getting hurt, or people might be verbally abusing them at their homes, and they're taking that and bringing it to you. So never judge somebody. Like, hurt people. So it's like, if somebody's hurting you, it's probably because they're hurt. So never take anything personally, and you kind of have to have like a good like empathy for people. You kind of have to understand that not everybody is going to be able to be perfect or kind to everybody, but really, we gotta try. Earth has become such a bad place with the things that people are doing, the things people are saying, the amount of people who unfortunately leave us on their own terms. That's how I'm going to describe it. Some people feel like they need to leave us on their own terms because they're not good enough. And making people feel that way isn't going to make you feel any better. So please, if you're rude to people, stop. It's not cute. It's not cool. It's not funny. It's not going to help you. And sometimes the most successful people are the nice, quiet, hardworking people. Most of these picture perfect people aren't as successful as you think they are. It's all fake. Everybody, literally, middle school, high school, it's just a bunch of people pretending to be someone that they're not. It's just so, it's like really hard to explain, but everything's fake. There's behind the scenes. Somebody might look perfect, act perfect, post perfectly. It's all fake. You don't know what goes on behind the camera when they're not on camera. You don't know what's going on. You don't know, or when somebody's at home, you don't know what their deal is. It's like, it's all fake. Like nobody, some girl who might look perfect is also a girl who might not. So you never gotta judge a book by its cover. You just have to go around it, you know? And then the next thing I'm gonna get into is people who are rude over something that you cannot control. Like, why? You bully someone for their hair length. Okay, that's something they can control. But it's of course, it's not well, obviously, that's terrible. But never, ever, ever bully somebody for something they can't control. You're too old, you're too short, you're too tall. It's like, because that's gonna hurt them, especially because they cannot do anything to change that. What are they supposed to do? Shrink themselves or make themselves stretch themselves taller? Never, ever, ever make fun of somebody with something they cannot control, because that's just gonna hurt them knowing that they cannot fix that and feeling like they need to fix themselves. And the last thing that I'm gonna talk about today, rumors, child, rumors. That is probably one of the biggest middle school issues, is rumors. Like, why would you make a rumor about somebody else? Like, what is that going to do for you? Like, you starting a rumor, like, does that make other people like you by thinking you know something, or by saying something about other people? Does that make other people like you? How does that benefit you? You're hurting somebody else, and by making up a lie, they have to explain themselves about something that they did not do. So I strongly disagree with rumors. So cut that out. Don't, no, just no. But that was a little of my inspiration. Our next podcast might be something a little more fun. Just try your hardest to be nice. So that's Cassie's podcast. So yeah, bye guys. Make sure to subscribe and follow for the rest of our journey. So